Anyways, you see, my name is Curtis, and if you want to see how to dimension your drawings and get it to look like this, stay tuned for the video. And destroy the like button. I mean, like, totally just destroy the like button. Go and do that now, and then watch the video. Right. Okay, so the first thing we'll do with doing the dimensions, we'll do the external walls. A lot of people have different ways of doing it. I see a lot of videos and drawings online where maybe they do the entire dimension and they position where the windows are, and that would be it. We dimension things a little bit differently, so in this video I'll show you how we do that. So we'll start. This is the drawing that we'll be working with. This is the ground floor for the house. This is the first floor, and this would be the elevations. Right, so we get to that, touching up the elevations after, but when it comes to dimensioning the building itself, so we'd start with the back, and what we would do is we would dimension basically the rooms, and then within the rooms we dimension the position from the wall to the windows, and then we'll do a dimension for the overall building. So we pull the first dimension. Thickness of the wall is 5. Okay, so this came up because I went into the block. So when you go into the block, for some reason, when you come back out, AutoCAD does this weird thing with the dimensions where it throws it off. So you can simply just go up to the dimension tool and you set the size that you want, the style that you want, and that would be it. Alright, so with this one, we pull the thickness of the wall 6 feet off. So 6 feet, right? 6 foot. So DCO, and you will continue the dimensions, and then basically we snap wall to wall. So what you're getting here on the external is the sizes of the rooms. Right, pull all the way to this wall, and then we could just pull the column to the end. Right, we'll go in and we'll just neaten it up by pulling all we'll stretch all the dimension start point to the wall itself. Right, there you go. And for this wall we'll just do the same. The reason I didn't start with this wall first is because it's further in. So if we pull 6 feet off of this, it would actually come somewhere here, and it wouldn't be where I wanted. So I actually wanted 6 feet from the higher wall. Right, so I mentioned that, this final point. So with this dimension now, we have all the room sizes going down. We'll pull one for the entire building. Again, I'll go to this point instead of this point, just to make sure when I go 9 feet, I get what I want, and then just put it in place. Now, this, you could always adjust this. If you find the walls, the dimension lines too close, you can always separate it. But this is how we do it. And the next thing we do is we dimension the windows itself. This is 3 feet. Right, so you see that is 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, and then just go down. To speed up the process, what I do, I normally just dimension back the wall there, and then I'll just come in and delete the 5 inches. Right, quick process. I know AutoCAD architecture has some dimensioning tools that would actually let you do this pretty quick, but the problem with most of the presets that comes with the software itself is it's not very appealing to look at, and then you'll have a lot of editing to do after. So we just go in and we do things manually, it's still pretty fast, but the look that you would get would be 100% better than what the presets they have. So this is how the dimensions will look for the external. Just to be seen coming down the side. So because this doesn't have the windows on this piece, the windows and the doors in here, and we just come 3 feet and then 6 feet for the entire thing. So 36. Right, then we just do 6 feet. Right, so you see that went a bit further out, so we could just pull it in just to get exactly where. So there. This one, sometimes I type too fast for AutoCAD. We do 5 inches and then we come out 6 feet. See, that was typing a bit too fast for AutoCAD. Then we come to this wall and then to this wall. So that gives you now the size of this room as well as the size of the carpet. Come back in and do the 36 for the window. And then finally for the entire thing. You could do it manually yourself instead of putting in a dimension. You could just click and pull your dimension where you want. Let's say like you like this space and this space here too big, you just press S, select everything and just scale it in. Alright, and we do the front, same principle. Thickness of the wall 6 feet, and then you go down wall to wall. It's a pretty quick process. You just need to come back in and neaten things up. But one of the things that we like to do, it probably takes a bit more time, even though the way that we draw it pretty fast. But like presentation wise, we like the drawings to look a certain way. I wouldn't say it's really unique to us, but it looks better when you take time and prepare the drawings to look a bit sexy. Yeah, lack of a better word. So just pulling back the dimensions so it wouldn't show that the line goes straight in and touch the wall. You have the spacing. Same thing here. Just pull it off. Now we'll go in and do the 3 feet. Like that. With this one, we could pull the dimensions to here. That is fine. Okay. Sure, let's say if we snap it to that point, what you could do, you could just come back in. Just remember to move this line to here, because that would be the actual dimension, and delete. Right click, PCO, and continue the dimensions now. And we go straight to here. Alright, and the only thing needs to do now, because this wall doesn't have a window, we don't need a dimension going through there, so this dimension will come to here and that would be it. Same with here. So this one, just snap this back here. Right, and basically that is it for the external part of the dimension. Right? What I'll do next is I'll show you how to dimension the inside. Alright, so when dimensioning the inside, we need to kind of be aware of where you're pulling the dimension lines from. For example, you don't want that one dimension crossing in front of the next and making it complicated to read. So it's not really a hard process. So just to take some time and look at where things fall. So I say we start with this wall and we pull the dimension from the wall to the opening. And we'll pull the size of the wall, the door, and to the next wall. And then we'll go all the way up to this point, right? So even though the dimension line falls on the furniture, because the line weight of the furniture is very light, when you go to plot it, you would see the dimension on top, like pretty good. So that is fine. Same thing, let's do so from the wall itself. So this is from the back door. We're not checking the column because we have a separate drawing for that. Right, so from the door to this point, that is 18. But in this instance, the wall stops here, so we have to go to the end of the column, right? And then we just go all the way to this wall. Right, so that way when they on site and they laying it out, it's pretty easy to find where the walls need to be and how far everything needs to be apart. We will just do another one for the front. That. So for here now, we do. So this could be done in two ways. I'll show you. Because we're not looking for dimensions to cross in front of each other. If we do, when I say dimension, I mean text. We don't want the text to cross. We do this, go to this door, we go to this wall. So that is fine. Then we have 11. We have 2.6. Just pull it down a bit. Okay, so this is a good example. So at this point, if we take the dimensions on the outside, what we would notice is the text would be falling like that, which you don't want. That wouldn't be very helpful. It'd have some confusion on site. So it have a couple of things we could do. We could pull this dimension on the inside. So we could do it this way and make any adjustments to the room dimension. Maybe we just take the entire thing and we pull it down right here, which would be fine. And we could still come in and do this dimension on the outside. Or vice versa, we could have take this dimension and put it on the inside here. So you just need to pay attention to where the lines fall. Alright, so come from this point to the end of the wall, then from here to there. So we already have this dimension, so we don't need to pull it twice. Because we have this dimension here, don't need to pull this one here, right? If you choose to pull it, you could do it like this. But because it's very close to this point, what we could do now is we could actually take this 3 feet off from here. We can put it on the inside. Go straight back to the back wall. So that way you still get the dimensions at this point. You get the dimensions for the door and this space, as well as you get this overall 3'7" for the opening. So for the dimension from the back wall, again, go into the door opening, then we go to the corner of the wall, opening, door, and there, right? So now that is done, we just move the room number down a bit, and that is it. We don't need to pull dimensions on the inside here because this dimension is already on the outside, right? We need this point here, so we will do that as one right there and one right there, right? We don't necessarily need to do this because we already have this wall dimension at this point, right? We'll come in and we'll do dimension for here, and we need to remember to do this back with the window. Let's see, is there anything else that we left out? Okay, so we need also this dimension. We need to have the dimensions for this piece of the wall, and even though it's the same on this side, we'll still put it in. It could have small variations within the design, so still put it in, and then we'll put in, we have this. Okay, we need to put in the door, so we put in the door. So we could do the door like this, 36, 72, 36, or we could have done this, 9, 6, 9. So in both instances it would work. They would get the same information. It's just, you know, personal preference on where you want to pull the line from. But at the end of the day, once the drawing has all the information to know where the positions of the walls are, the positions of the doors, the windows, everything will be fine. So I just plot it out and see how it looks. So this still has to go in our title block, but we just plot it to see what it looks like. And there you have it. So that is how we dimension, or at least that is how we dimension our drawings. If this was helpful, don't forget to destroy the like button. You could follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, and Dailymotion. I try to put most of my content on Dailymotion. I'll still have it on Facebook and YouTube, but trying to shift across to Dailymotion. So if you like this, you could follow me to see when I do more videos. I still have to do the same dimensioning for the upstairs of this house, as well as the floor finish drawings, the window and door schedule, the electrical layouts, the sections, elevations, and then we do the 2D renders and 3D renders for this project. So that is it for now. If it's something you like, don't forget to follow me. See you in the next video.